Assalamu alaikum. I am Miss Aisha Abid from Army Public School and College Carnival. I welcome you all in our biology lesson for class 9. It is a project of AppSec's online support program. Today, our topic will be limiting factors of photosynthesis. Objective: we will be able to understand the concept of limiting factors of photosynthesis. Success criteria: concepts must be clear about the limiting factors of photosynthesis. Today is day 5 of week 3rd. Uh, Before starting our next topic, we have to get a quick recap of what we have learned in our last lessons. We studied about the process of photosynthesis, the two phases of photosynthesis, the light reactions and dark reaction. Overall reaction of photosynthesis includes the light and carbon dioxide and water, and as a result of photosynthesis, we will get glucose and oxygen from the plants. So the two main steps of photosynthesis are light reactions and dark reactions or Calvin cycle. In light reactions, light is a source of energy, and while water is taken into the plant, after a certain series of chemical reaction, oxygen is produced along with ATP and NADPH. Coming towards dark reactions in which carbon dioxide is used and ATP and NADPH are used as a source of energy in dark reactions because they do not utilize light coming from the sun. So our product will be sugar or carbon compounds, sugar or multiple carbon compounds. The main difference between these two processes is that light reactions is also called as Z scheme, while dark reaction is also called as Kelvin cycle. And the source of energy for light reactions is light, and source of energy for dark reaction is products of light reaction, ATP and NADPH. Another main point is that light reactions occur in the thylakoid membranes of chloroplast, while dark reactions occur in the stroma of the chloroplast. Now, coming towards our today's topic, in which we will study about the limiting factors of photosynthesis. What is limiting factor? First, we have to define this term. Any environmental factor, the absence or deficiency of which can decrease the rate of metabolic reaction. This is called limiting factor of that reaction. So any environmental factor, it can be temperature, it can be air, it can be anything, the absence of deficiency of which can decrease the metabolic reaction, can decrease the rate of photosynthesis is termed as limiting factor. For example, many factors can act as limiting factors of photosynthesis, such as concentration of carbon dioxide, availability of water, third, intensity of light, fourth, temperature. First, we will discuss effect of light intensity on photosynthesis. Rate of photosynthesis varies with the intensity of light. As we all know, photosynthesis is depending upon light. It's mainly its light reaction step. The rate of photosynthesis, it decreases as the light intensity decreases. It increases as light intensity increases. So there is a direct relation of light intensity on photosynthesis. At much higher light intensity, rate of photosynthesis becomes constant. You can take an example here in the time of dawn. When there is not enough light, the process of photosynthesis is very, very slow. While when the sun rises at its full, the rate of photosynthesis becomes very fast and attain very high speed. So, but another important factor, it means that at much higher intensity, rate of photosynthesis become constant because in the daytime, right, approximately about 11 to 12 p.m. 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. It says that photosynthesis should be very high as light intensity is very, very high. That's not the case with this limiting factor. When light intensity becomes very high, photosynthesis rate become constant. It neither decreases nor increases. Secondly, we will study about the effect of temperature. Its relation towards the rate of photosynthesis is obviously directly proportional, but uh, to a certain limit. The rate of photosynthesis decreases with the decrease in temperature. When temperature decreases, rate of photosynthesis obviously decreases. When the rate of temperature increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases, but to a certain range. But there is an exception. But if light intensity is low at night time or at dawn time, increase in temperature has no influence on the rate of photosynthesis. Can you guess, students, what is the reason behind this factor? Yes, you can guess it that light is very important for the light reaction or light dependent reaction of photosynthesis. So when light is not present, temperature cannot affect the rate of photosynthesis. Light is very essential and crucial for the photosynthesis process. You can see in those countries where temperature is very low, below 0 degrees centigrade, the plants, they do not grow their leaves. There is no photosynthesis because temperature is very low and plants cannot do photosynthesis under such temperature. Another factor is the effect of carbon dioxide concentration. The carbon dioxide concentration rises. As the carbon dioxide concentration rises, the rate of photosynthesis goes on increasing. When carbon dioxide increases, rate of photosynthesis increases until limited by other factors. What are those other factors? Other factors such as a lot of oxygen or temperature or light intensity, as we have discussed. Increase in carbon dioxide concentration beyond a certain level causes closure of certain stomata, and it decreases the rate of photosynthesis. Why does this happen? Because we have studied in our previous lesson that carbon dioxide is taken in the leaves via the stomata or stoma, which is present on the surface of the leaves. So when carbon dioxide concentration is very high in the environment, the stomata close, no entry of carbon dioxide will take place. Hence, the rate of photosynthesis will decrease because no carbon dioxide is being supplied to the plant to make sugar from that carbon in the dark phase or carbon cycle. I hope you remember the concept of our previous lesson. Uh, we have already discussed another factor, that transpiration. Transpiration is a loss of water from plant surface, and what is present on the plant surface? Stomata. The extra water is released from this stomata and goes out, while carbon dioxide, it comes in with the help of these stomata. So when carbon dioxide comes in, photosynthesis rate increases. But when this stomata closed, all right, when this stomata is closed, no carbon dioxide take inside the plant and no water take off out of the plant, so the plant become wilt. The condition you see here, that when water is not present, water is not given to the plant, stomata will be closed, no water, no carbon dioxide intake, no water is excreted out of the plant body. So plant will be wilted when you do not water it for 1 to 2 days because of this region, because of shortage of water and closed stomata. Water cannot go out or carbon dioxide cannot in, so plant will be wilted. But as soon as you give water to the plant, stomata opens and all of the plant will come to life itself. So the important factors for the photosynthesis are, you can guess from by studying the limiting factors of photosynthesis, that carbon dioxide is very crucial for photosynthesis. Light is obviously very crucial. Light intensity is very important for the light reactions of photosynthesis. Sunlight is the source of light energy, and water, which is given to the plant with the help of these roots, because these roots absorb water and give it to the other parts of the plant like flowers and leaves. And as a result, when we provide water, sunlight and carbon dioxide to a particular plant, we will get what? We will get oxygen, which we inhale. We will get glucose. And that glucose is obviously the source of food for plant and source of food for us as well, because this glucose, excess glucose, is stored in the fruits of those plants. Let's get a quick recap of what we have learned already. Is that we discussed a few factors which are considered to be limiting factors because their deficiency will be very harmful for the plant or for its survival. Certain factors like temperature, intensity of light, carbon dioxide, they are the limiting factors, and increase of any of these can increase the rate of photosynthesis. This is the main point, that increase in temperature will increase the rate of photosynthesis. Increase in light intensity will increase the rate of photosynthesis. Increase in carbon dioxide will increase the rate of photosynthesis, but to a certain limit. All right. just keep that in mind. So that was all for today's lesson. I hope you understand what we have learned today, and we summarize this topic by studying the limiting factors of photosynthesis, obviously. And if you have any question regarding our today's topic, you have to you can ask freely for any of the confusion regarding this topic. So thank you so much for your attention. That's all for today. Allah Hafiz.